In Brazil, we have lots of different musical expressions and different cultures all blended together.
You guys are a big country, or like what, sixth biggest country in the world, right? Is it sixth?
I have no idea.
Russia, Canada.
Yeah, we're like continentally, we're bigger than the United States. Like what makes the United States bigger is Alaska and
Google it.
I think it's fifth or sixth, so it's Russia, Canada.
Yeah.
That means you were a good student at school.
Australia, China. Good. I'm Bruno Valverde of geography. Yeah, Brazil is like fifth or sixth.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no internet, huh?
No internet.
It's funny how this conversation starts with geography.
Yeah.
So you said you're the Bruno Valverde of geography. That means you're good at geography.
At my craft.
Good.
But he practices a lot more drums than I practice knowing capital cities of the world.
Cool. But were you a good student?
I was.
Good.
But then I switched from gymnasium to school that was specifically for music, and then I started music academy. I wanted everything to like be musically directed, so then I finished music academy because I couldn't do gymnasium and music school at the same time. I literally had no life. So yeah.
You started when you were 5.
Oh yeah. Who told you that? Who's the guy in the background?
Fifth. Now we have the people in the production here helping us.
Is China third? Was I right? And United States fourth? Is Kazakhstan in top 10? It has to be in top 10. Seventh? Ninth.
Seriously?
Wait. Okay, let's finish this. What did I miss? Indonesia. Indonesia is no.
Okay,
Kazakhstan.
Indonesia is pretty small.
Kazakhstan.
So starting from the first one would be
Russia, Canada, China, United States, Brazil. What's sixth?
Right.
Australia. India is also there. Seventh.
Okay, 7th.
So what's the 8th one?
Afghanistan. No, obviously not.
Argentina.
Argentina is the 8th.
Apologies to all my Buenos Aires buddies.
Yeah, okay.
Well, if you ask an Argentina, they're going to tell that they're the first.
I'm not sure why it doesn't surprise me.
They will answer. We don't know which one, but we're bigger than Brazil. That's for sure.
Well,
there's a thing.
To be fair, the only thing that I know where Argentina is stronger than Brazil is tennis scene. In tennis, you had the Guga, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Guga is from Brazil.
Yeah, Guga, and you had Thomas Bellucci's.
No, we also had Meligeni, but Meligeni isn't Argentine. He's from Argentina.
He's from Argentina.
Yeah, but Argentinians,
they have from Brazil.
Canaz, Del Potro, and all these guys. So
okay,
a lot of
all right.
Okay, we went really.
You know what?
Sideways.
There's always a thing going between Brazil and Argentina when it comes to sports. You know, and now we have a thing going with Croatia too.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm not even going to apologize because we finally beat Brazil. It was about time, man.
All right.
That was crazy.
How did it feel?
I was on tour in America, and it was insane. But then I think Argentina beat us after Brazil.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they did.
Yes. Yeah, they were the champions. They were the champions.
So, yeah. I don't really remember. Was it penalties? We won on penalties?
I don't remember.
5-3?
Yeah.
I don't remember either. Yeah.
That was insane.
But against Argentina, like Croatia went to penalty kicks too. Was it? I don't remember now. I watched that whole World Cup, but
no, I think we lost properly to Argentina.
Did you?
Like 3-1.
It's like there were so many dramatic penalty kicks with Argentina on that. Like, it was against the Netherlands that they went to. They went to penalty kicks, and with France too.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, man.
So Rasta, as we call João, we call him Rasta. Is his nickname. He's part of a family. But you're new to the Amplifica family.
Thank you. I'm proud to be part of this family.
Cool. So I wonder, you started pretty young. You started when you're 5.
Yeah. I was.
How was that start?
I sang on a national TV on a contest, and I don't really remember how that felt. That was 27 years ago. So
come on.
I was really, and then my second gig was Cairo, Egypt, when I was 7, and then Romania, and by the time I was 12, I won Junior Eurovision as a kid. So it's a Eurovision for kids, the first one ever. So I was.
You won it.
I won it, and I was touring Europe as a 12-year-old, playing with UB40.
Wow.
I even played with Mastodon in Zagreb.
yeah?
Once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, at what's the name of the festival? It's a festival for alternative rock bands. What's the name of the festival?
Where at?
In Zagreb, in my hometown. Mastodon was playing actually a smaller stage in the forest. We were playing main stage. How is that possible?
Look at that.
See.
In music festival. You weren't in the band yet.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? It was-
2011.
Oh yeah, no, I was at Berkeley.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was being a little nerd, and this guy was already, rocking out with his cock
Well,
out.
I was aware,
Yeah, it was a long journey to where things are now. There was a lot of genre changes. I went to a lot of different styles, but I think that's the good way to grow as an artist and performer in general. You got to try different genres. If you stick to one thing, it can be successful. I wanted to try everything. From pop rock. I even played jazz for 2 years on academy. Blues. I actually grew up listening to rock and blues and going with my dad that's back home to different clubs, jamming with different people. It was always older people, so I kind of carry this old spirit and old soul,
Good.
even within my singing. So, yeah.
So you've been to music academy back in Croatia.
Yeah.
Okay, how is it to learn music, the music scene, like the music culture for learning an instrument, all of that?
Well, classical academy is very specific. You learn classical stuff. There's a certain portfolio that you have to take and learn, and it lasts for 5 years. And you play piano, you play all the famous pieces, and it was great for I wanted to learn piano so I can play Elton John and Billy Joel. That was my goal. But then I started playing. Then I got the technique.
Uh-huh.
Then I started playing Rising Force from Ingrid Malmsteen.
Nice.
And playing a little bit of Dream Theater, and then playing a little bit of this or that, and then I started playing Hammond. I wanted to be like John Lord. But classical music kind of gives you the background for that and technique, and if you practice enough, you can pretty much pull off all of the rock stuff. But classical music really gives you the core.
So in the music academy, it was mainly classic music.
It's only classic music.
Okay.
I played jazz, but it was on academy, but it was not mandatory. You could do it if you wanted. But
Okay.
jazz is a whole different area. If you're a rock guy and you play jazz, I think it's almost impossible, but it works. If you're a jazz guy and you want to play rock, I don't think that can ever work, especially with vibrato on guitar. Jazz guys have this, ding, this little thing.
They're afraid of vibrato.
Well,
They're very afraid.
They're afraid to stay on one note. That's the thing. They, if they stay on,
Okay.
that's why they don't have vibrato. They don't like to stay on one note. They just
I
like
see.
to,
Yeah. Well, the saxophone jazz players,
Oh, amazing.
They stay in one note many times.
Yeah.
And it's nice because of the timbre and the sound of the
saxophone is probably my favorite instrument.
It's
Honestly,
nice, isn't it?
Beautiful, man.
This week we've done a content with Bob Franceschini. He played with Chaka Khan and many Phil Collins, all the great artists. He's in the Mike Stern band. Mike Stern, the jazz player,
of
is
course.
great too. And it was fun. We were talking exactly that. About music background, because you had a great background. You had the chance to start young and to learn, to be in contact with other musicians, be around friends. I heard your father played the guitar.
Yeah, he played a guitar in a very famous 80s pop rock band back in the day. They were selling out arenas and stuff. And my musical background is pretty much 70s and 80s pop rock, blues, funk stuff. So I grew up listening to, at the same time, Whitesnake, Winger, Van Halen, Iron Maiden, and then you had Gino Vanelli, Phil Collins, Toto, Chicago, I don't know, AC/DC was there, Led Zeppelin, of course, Mother's Finest, Gary Moore. I don't know, there was a lot of different stuff happening, so I was really blessed to have that background, because I learned to appreciate and love different genres. Sting, all of that. I listened to all that when I was a kid, so. The metal stuff came in high school. When I first heard Pantera, that's when I was like, okay, this could work in my mind. I loved Iron Maiden, but I always considered Iron Maiden more hard rock than they kind of have this rock thing. I don't know. And Dio, it's kind of heavy metal, but it has kind of a hard rock vibe as well.